All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today. Another picture-perfect day here in the city of Savannah at the Bacon Park Transfer Station. We are here for our glass recycling ribbon cutting ceremony. Back in July of this year, our city council made a major commitment, approval for more than $100,000 for glass recycling containers that go with the service to take the glass away for existing and new locations. Now, this is the first of two centers that'll be up and running this week, one here at Bacon Park and one at Dean Forest, and we will continue to roll those out as we continue to go on. As I said, it is a special day, which means a lot of special guests with us. I see our Mayor Van Johnson has joined us. You will hear from him. Also on council, Chief of Government Operations Gene Pravat. I know this is near and dear to his heart, having led our sanitation department for many years. Brett Bell from Chief of Municipal Operations is with us as well. Thank you for joining us. Our Fire Chief, LZ Kitchen, is with us. And still hot off the presses, how about a round of applause for our Police Chief, newly sworn in Police Chief, Lenny Gunther. Thanks for joining us. Alicia Brown has joined us out of the Sustainability Office. You'll hear from her how this ties into an overall environmental plan for the city of Savannah. Chris Fisher from the Upcycling Company is with us as well. Monty Parks from Tybee Island Council, thanks for joining us today to see what we have going on here in the city of Savannah. I hope I did not forget anyone. If I did, our Mayor Van Johnson. Oh, there he is, Heath Lloyd, making a grand entrance. He waited to make the entrance, our Assistant City Manager with us. So as we start things off, let's start with our Mayor Van Johnson.
Thank you. Thank you, and good afternoon. It's a beautiful day in the world's greatest city that we know and love as Savannah. And it's exciting for another reason as we continue on our march to 100% Savannah, as we continue to make sure Savannah is the most sustainable city on earth, as we launch a glass recycling program in Savannah, which is the culmination of hard work by Team Sanitation, our partners at Glass WRX, and to my colleague, Nick Palumbo, who I think I'm going to give the MVP for this day. Y'all give Nick a big round of applause. We're all focused and have passions about a lot of things, but certainly Nick has spent a lot of time not only in my office but also in City Hall working with us to help get us to this day. So Nick, thank you so much for that. As you know, in October, the City Council authorized our city manager to enter into an agreement into making this program possible. And so right here at the Bacon Park Transfer Station, which is one of our most actively used sanitation facilities, residents from all of our community can come and now dispose of glass items in a sustainable way, for real. And so what are the benefits to our community for sustainable glass? Well, glass-only recycling has high recovery rates, and it saves space in our precious local landfills and extends the life of the landfill, which is good for everyone. Glass-only recycling reduces the contamination rate in the co-mingle stream, increasing the recovery rate of plastic and cardboard and paper. Glass-only recycling reduces wear and tear on city-owned equipment as the glass stream is collected by the upcycling company. Glass-only recycling programs increase the quality of cullet that can be produced by U.S. manufacturers, ensuring an outlet for this material. And glass-only recycling programs ensure that citizens' glass bottles, and we still have a lot of glass and jars, will be made into new glass bottles and jars. Glass collected in single-stream programs often still end up in landfills after being collected as a recyclable. So today is a great day. It's an exciting day for us. This is what we call, in football terms, forward progress. We are moving the needle. We are pushing on, and we thank all of you for helping us to get to where we are. We're going to continue to go hard, go strong, hard in the paint, and we're going to continue to serve hard. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Mayor Pro Tem Dr. Shabazz, for joining us for today's event as well. I knew two staunch proponents for making life better and making life easier in the city of Savannah. A couple of our Alderman Linda Wilder Bryan from District 3, Nick Palumbo from District 4. We will start off with, we're in District 3, but we're almost surrounded by District 4. So this is a perfect for the start of these two. We'll start with Linda Wilder Bryan. Alderwoman after you. Mr. Palumbo, you can come up after that.
He's coming with
They'll
me.
be together.
Yes, you are. Because my piece is going to be really short. And so, you know, I used to work for an international paper as an environmental health and safety manager. So the environment has always been very important to me. And I understand that recycling glass has many proven environmental benefits. It reduces emissions, it saves energy, and reduces the consumption of raw material. And it's also, you know, a lot of times people want to get on the bandwagon to do the things that they know they should do. So I'm thankful and I'm grateful. And let me just say these names. Van R. Johnson, and y'all know the R is for Rufus. For the city manager, Jay.
Yes.
It changes. Okay, so let me go back. Play like I just said. Van Recycling Johnson II. For our city manager who jumped in and continues to be a valuable force when it comes to environment. And so, you know, I want to thank the sanitation department, Ms. Bates, Q, Prevette, who's been leading and doing amazing things when they do this collaboration, for Bell, right, and for Mr. Lloyd, but especially for this guy right here. I call him Nick the Nose because he has his nose in everything that needs to be done. I don't have the time or the energy to do the things that he does, but I tell you, he's a force to be reckoned. He's always trying to do things that make Savannah better. And so this is his baby. You know, all of us have babies that we carry and we nurtured, and from day one, he's been talking about this damn glass, right? And so I'm so glad to be able to stand with this warrior. I'm so glad that Mayor Pro Tem is here. We're going to keep working and doing all the things. 23 is going to be the year. It's going to be an amazing year. That's right. You got another word for R? Remarkable. Yes. And so my resolution is what it's always been from day one, to do as much as I can for as many people as I can, as often as I can. And it is such a pleasure to stand with this warrior right here. He's doing what we said we would do. So in spite of all of the things that you hear, I want y'all to believe the things that you can touch and feel. So people have all of these things that they continue to say that is not happening, but every day, and let me tell you, in the 3rd District, y'all know I love doing new stuff in the 3rd District. This is baby, but it started in the 3rd District. And so thank you so much. Got mad love and respect for you.
Thank you.
And we do this.
Come on.
We do this because we're not new to this. Nick and I are true to this. So
That's
y'all
right.
keep watching us do the things, the amazing recycling things that we do in this community. And the only thing that I can say is we need some more of these things in every community. And so the support is there. People are talking about recycling even before it wasn't important. This guy right here has been in our ears, and kudos to you and your
thank you,
hard
Linda.
continued work. And we're going to do what we need to do in the mighty 3rd District.
Yeah. Come on.
Thank you, baby.
Wow. Thank you, Linda. You know, that's my battle buddy. If you go down range, you need a battle buddy, and warrior. It is an honor to serve with you. Thank you, Mayor, for your kind words. Mayor Pro Tem for joining us, City Manager, the entire team Savannah, who had endured, I think, at least 20 lunches at Henry's, now known as Quinn's, where I chewed your ear off all about glass recycling and how important this was for the city. And thank you all for the wonderful turnout here, which I'm really surprised. Certainly, we're hosting you in the most scenic of locations between the 3rd and 4th District, but a lot of good work gets done here. We're here today to cut the ribbon and celebrate a new beginning for our city and for our environment. Now, I know traditionally we put shovels in the ground, turn the dirt for new things, and ribbon cuttings usually symbolize fulfillment, a culmination, and a completion. But I'm going to put the bottom line up front. Today's ribbon cutting symbolizes a new beginning for our city. Today's endeavor restores glass recycling here in the city of Savannah. Come on. That's what, yeah.
In the 3rd District.
in the 3rd District. The feat itself is small but mighty and internationally significant. In 2017, the Chinese government enacted Operation National Sword, which mandated they cease the collection and purchase of all U.S. recyclable material in an effort to disrupt the United States waste management system nationwide. This attack on our country and our environment succeeded. And for years, municipalities, counties, agencies from coast to coast have been rebuilding stronger, more resilient, and independent management systems nationwide. Challenging times make us stronger. We must surprise ourselves every day with our own courage. Today, we stand courageous enough to acknowledge the importance and faith that we must have that every item placed into our recycling stream must be recovered for another use. We stand today to restore that faith and accountability that residents demand, to know that recycling is not just about feeling good, it's about doing good. Each piece of glass placed into these bins will not just be recycled, but upcycled into a more productive and valuable product. They are glass bottles today, but tomorrow they will provide clean water to our people. They'll provide strong concrete for us to walk safely in our communities. And perhaps most exciting of all, these new recycled glass products have the ability to clean and remediate some of the most hazardous sites and pollutants known to man. Come on, that's where you clap.
Yeah.
I had to see it to believe it for myself. I traveled to Beaufort to see the factory, to learn, to understand, and to even suspend my disbelief that such a product and a process could actually be real. But it is real, and we're here today to prove it. I stand today to congratulate our partners, Team Savannah, Glass WRX, so many others. But I also stand here today with a challenge for all of us, that this ribbon cutting symbolizes not an end, not a completion, but a new beginning. It's incumbent upon us as one city to extend the faith, the accountability that we bring these sites, these 2 sites, and build upon them into the future. We deserve collection centers throughout our community. We must bring back curbside recycling citywide for glass, for our community, for our planet, for one of the most valuable resources that we have, and hidden in plain sight is our gem, our landfill. And high, high above it hangs a pendulum of time that ticks by every day. And there will come a day in our lifetime where Jean Pravat will give us a call and let us know its time is over. That moment, folks, changes everything. For even our neighboring jurisdictions and communities across Georgia have not been able to solve that problem of capacity. Those who have not solved that challenge have passed the costs right on to their residents, a disaster in the making for the people that we serve and one that they cannot afford. So we must strive every day to divert materials out of our waste system. We must fight harder every day to protect our community, and we must endeavor every day to view these challenges not as impossibilities, but as opportunities to take our city to the next level. So please join me and raise your glass to the future of glass recycling here in the city of Savannah. There it is. Come on. All right. One time.
Thank you, Alderman. Thank you, Alderwoman. Thank you to our mayor, our elected officials pushing these projects through. But a lot of the work gets done on the ground, and it starts with our city manager, Jay Melder.
Good afternoon. It's fantastic to be here. It is a pretty scenic trash transfer station, I'll have to say. The moss, the oak trees, and it's great to be here at a trash transfer station because this is what municipal government's all about. We have these stations, we have lift stations for sewer, we have warehouses and firehouses and police stations, and this is the work of city government. And I really want to thank council for being able to move city government to a new progressive place. And Ken, I know you say that a lot of the work gets done on the ground, and that's true. But in this case of glass recycling, I do need to give credit where credit is due, and that is to Alderman Nick Palumbo.
Yes.
I think the second week on the job, he came to my office and he handed me this and said, "This is the future, and this is a way that we can prolong the life of our landfill. It's a way that we can give residents what they want and a service to restore glass recycling to the city. It's a way that we can help achieve our 100% sustainability goals. And it's a way that we can make a difference in a big way by being able to provide what is seemingly a small service back to our residents and back to the core mission of what we do. So I do want to thank you, Alderman Palumbo, not only for making sure this was a priority, but really at every step pushing us forward to make sure that we got to this day and to make sure that we understood that today was a beginning and not an end. And you have our commitment on that. So thank you. Another round of applause for Alderman Palumbo and for our mayor and for our council for supporting that. And I do want to, you'll hear from our Chief of Government Operations, the GO team, the team that makes things happen, Gene Pravat. You'll hear from our Director of Sanitation, Q Andrews, who is really just doing a fantastic job making sure that we're putting deposits in the credibility bank and doing the hard work and the services. And I want to thank Kevin Exley too. He's a head of our recycling program at Sanitation and really come in to the organization with some new ideas and some new innovations and making sure that we're moving forward. I want to thank our partners at Upcycling for being able to work with us and make this, Mr. Fisher, something that we can do as a municipality and bringing this service back. I want to thank you for the motto, keep it glassy. I think that's fantastic. So, this is going to be a service starting today with 2 new places to be able to bring your glass recycling. We're going to end the month with a total of 12. We're expanding our collection sites from 7 to 12. And again, this is just the starting point for glass recycling and for getting back to basics here at the City of Savannah. And there's nothing more basic than being able to recycle and provide for the sustainability. And I do want to thank Alicia, who's here from our sustainability office, who will be talking a little bit later, and her team members, Nick Deffley and others, who've made a contribution here. So remember that this is what municipal government looks like. Oftentimes, big equipment and dumpsters, but this is where service gets done, and this is where we can make a lot of progress. So thank you a lot. Thank you again, Mayor, Council, Alderman Palumbo. Congratulations. We're ready to move forward with this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. And it's a little bit quiet right now, but when we pulled in here maybe 45 minutes ago, this place was packed. It was packed and it was jam-packed, and it will continue to get busier and busier, and hopefully that extra stream of glass will go into here and only glass going into here. So our sanitation director is definitely very, very busy. Q Andrews, I know that Mr. City Manager mentioned him. Q will come up now. Following Q, we will have Alicia Brown. Her title, Clean Energy Program Manager. She's out of our Office of Sustainability, and you'll find out how that's really tied into a project like this and for the future of those in Savannah. So we'll start with you, Q. After Q, Alicia, you can come on up.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll be brief because a lot of the things I wanted to say have already been said, and I appreciate everybody coming out and enjoying or sharing in the celebration of us launching this major initiative for the City of Savannah. Can I get everybody to say it's a great day for innovation?
It's a great day for innovation.
One more time, it's a great day for innovation.
It's a great day for innovation.
All right, thank you. On behalf of the Sanitation Department, I'm excited to take advantage of the opportunity to partner with the Upcycling Company and the community to bring glass recycling to the City of Savannah. Glass is widely used in our daily lives. It makes up a large percentage of the city's waste stream due to its weight and density. As a common household item, glass is 100% recyclable. By recycling glass, a major benefit, as we've discussed, is that we save precious space in our landfill, which is very important. In addition, it also assists with cleaning up our single recycling stream system. And usually less volume typically equates to less cost. Sanitation is committed to effectively and efficiently managing the City of Savannah's solid waste management system. This includes oversight and management of a dynamic and robust recycling program. That being said, this innovative initiative is another step forward towards success. And just to let everybody know, more information will be forthcoming. And before I close, I'd like to acknowledge the team who assisted with making this all possible. Mr. Gene Prevet, our Government Operations Chief. Mr. Kevin Exley, our Commercial Refuse and Recycling and Litter Director. Ms. Fonda Mason, our Commercial Refuse and Recycling Litter Manager. And Ms. Carlos Bates, our Education and Outreach Coordinator. And I'd also like to thank our partners in marketing and communication for all they've done with us. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. All right. With that being said, you all have a wonderful day, and I appreciate everybody's support, and I look forward to next step with our program. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for having sustainability out here today. It is incredible to see not just one department working on this issue, but the entire whole of government. It's amazing to have elected officials who are wholeheartedly behind you, our aldermen and women, our mayor, our city manager. The amount of support that we have is absolutely incredible. And I just want to congratulate the sanitation department for seeing this through. It may seem easy, it may seem like a few containers, just drop your glass in it, but there is a lot that goes into something like this, so congratulations on this amazing accomplishment. And to all the rest of the sanitation team, sustainability stands ready to partner with you to get the word out so that the public knows what is available and knows how to take advantage of this and understands the benefits of it, which have been laid out here, but sometimes it takes a little effort to get this out into the communities, and we stand ready to help with that. This is a huge piece of the 100% sustainability goals. And I'll tell you, they keep getting more ambitious, becoming the most sustainable city on Earth. I didn't know I'd signed up for that. But with all that to say, waste is a big part of the emissions that we generate as a community and as a city. And it takes a lot of energy to pick up all the trash and to dispose of it in an environmentally safe and appropriate manner. So we're really excited for what this represents for 100% Savannah. And we're excited to keep working with sanitation to keep pushing the envelope for more progressive waste disposal practices. So again, big congratulations to everyone, and we look forward to seeing what comes next.
Thank you, Alicia. And last but certainly not least, our partner in this. And in a venture like this, I know we see a lot of buildings being built and we see a lot of new things being built, but this is just as important. This is the future of our children and our children's children. So our partnership is with the upcycling company. Chris Fisher is here to touch upon their role and their partnership with the city of Savannah.
Well, thank you so much for having me. What a relief to have a city with vision, and the mayor and the aldermen and alderwomen of the city that will say glass can be taken out of your single stream program and save the city thousands and thousands of tons going into the landfill and recycle it all. Gene, I can't thank you enough. Q, Kevin, Carlos, you're an amazing team. It's just so refreshing to see the city, the aldermen. Thank you so much, Alderman Palumbo. You've made it happen. It's just, what a relief.
We kept Henry's invitation.
We did. The city, great job. We look forward to growing. We're going to expand the drop sites to 12, and we'll help with the education, and soon we'll do the commercial district downtown, and then hopefully we'll do the residential next. We do have some marketable things that what happens to the glass afterwards. If you'd like to come over to the table, and we have shirts for people and different things you can show, a little bit of show and tell for everybody. But thank you so much, the City of Savannah. We look forward to a great partnership.
Thank you, Chris. And now we're going to show you how talented our elected officials and our city staff are. These, you may have thought they were tip jars for the individual members, but they are not tip jars. They are glass that's going to be recycled. So we will have one member with a small pair of scissors cut the ribbon, because the major part at the same time is to throw the glass in the glass recycling bin. So if we could have you all gather around over here.
All right, we count down from 5, right? We'll take your picture, everybody smile.
Cheese.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There it is. Yeah!